Hey guys, it's me Chase. I'm back to another video. And today, guys, welcome back to the video. Today, guys, welcome back to another Beyblade video, kinda, guys. Now, hold on, let me turn. I look ugly. Let me turn off my camera. All right, that's better, guys. Welcome back to another Beyblade video, guys. Now, this one is going to be we're going to be rating the sparking base, spin the wheel challenge, spin the wheel style. So yeah, we did this with the GT bays like a year ago. When all the GT bays were released for Takaratomi, and like every single one was released. I did a spin the wheel rating challenge. If you want to go watch that video, I will leave the link to that video in the description. So we did that one, and now we're gonna do this with rating sparking bays. So yeah, here we go, guys. So I got all the sparking bays here, guys. So yeah, so let me go ahead and go over them real quick. Hold on, let me go find a way to go. Let me find a way to go over them. Wait, do I do that? Hold on. Okay. Edit wheel. Alright, we're gonna go over them, okay? So we're gonna go over all the characters that I put in here. So we're gonna, okay, so we got World Spriggan, Lucifer the End, Brave Valkyrie, Tempest Dragon, Infinite Achilles, Super Hyperion, King Helios, Glide Ragnarok, Hyperion Burn, Helios Volcano, Variant Lucifer, Curse Satan, Jet Wyvern, Rage Longinus, First Uranus, Mirage Fafnir, Hollow Death Scyther, Death Diablos, Abyss Diablos, and Death Solomon, guys. So yeah, yeah, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and spin this, and we're going to see who our first pick is. So we're gonna see who our first pick is. Let's see. Hold on, let me go ahead and turn down my volume for this so it won't ear rape. Ear rape. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and do it. Who's it gonna land on? And our first is Lucifer the End. Okay, so guys, Lucifer the End. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate Lucifer the End. I'd probably give Lucifer the End a 9, only because of its burst resistance. I mean, it is a pretty light bay. Of course, its parts is Ko or Ku, as Bryce says it, but Ko and Drift. It's a limit break Beyblade, obviously. Yeah, I'd probably give this thing a 9 only because of its burst resistance. I mean, yeah, it might be a light bay, but it's kind of trash. I mean, I'd probably say maybe Mirage Fafnir. It's probably up there with like some Mirage Fafnirs. Maybe between like Mirage Fafnir, Jet Wyvern. That's probably where its burst resistance is at right now. So yeah, it does have a good system. It's a limit break bay. Obviously, its special move is limit break the end. Yeah, I'd give it a 9 because it's a pretty good bay. So like yeah, yeah, so a 9 for Lucifer the End. Now, okay, so we got Lucifer the End down. Now we're going to go on to our next bay. So let's see who we get now. All right, who is it going to be now? Okay, Death Solomon. All right, so Death Solomon. So we just did Lucifer the End. Now we got Death Solomon. Okay, so Death Solomon's parts are Death Solomon, Metal Fusion, and 2B chassis. I'd probably give it I'm sorry, but I'd probably might give it a 3 because like its stamina it kind of sucks, and then again it don't have any clicks, so that makes it likely to burst. I mean it's rare for Solomon to burst, but because the Solomon chip, obviously, because Solomon's chip it's pretty strong. But I will give it props because I think it's the only chip besides the World Spriggan's chip to have metal on it. So, yeah. I think Rage Longinus' chip does too, and Ragnarok's. But yeah, I think the Solomon chip is the one that has the most metal, so I will give it a 3. And yeah, okay, so we got Death Solomon down. Let's move on to our next bay. Here we go. And if we get the same bay twice, we will spin again. That's the rules. If you watch my last one. Alright, here we go. Who we get now? And Abyss Diablos. Okay, so Abyss Diablos, guys, is I don't know, actually. I think its parts are 5 and Fusion Dash. I believe that's what it is. Fusion Dash and And at 5, I'm gonna give it a 1 because its stamina is kind of horrible. And its burst resistance is pretty trash. I'm gonna give it a 1. But I will give it its design looks pretty cool. So yeah. Yeah, I'm giving that a 1. I'm sorry, but we're gonna give that a 1. All right, let's go ahead and go on to our next Beyblade. Here we go, and we are getting now Curse Satan. Okay, Curse Satan. The parts on Curse Satan is Hurricane, Universe, and 1D, 2. It's 1D. Yeah, 1D. 1 defense. It's the single chassis. Maybe I'll give it a 5 because it's Universe it's good for defense. It can also Universe kind of reminds me of Just a little bit, which is Just is the driver that comes on Jet Wyvern. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 5 because its stamina, it's not really all that good, but its defense is pretty cool, pretty good. Yeah, I like Curse Satan. I mean, I like the design and stuff like that, so I'll give it a 5. All right, we're gonna move on to our next Beyblade. Who is next? Oh my gosh, an ad. Okay, that was not an ad, that was my aunt calling. Okay, so anyway, guys, it landed on King Helios. So now King Helios, I'd probably give it maybe a 7 or something like that. Maybe a 7.5 or maybe a 6. I don't know, somewhere between that, because it's a balanced type, and yeah, there's really not much to say about it. I mean, it's pretty good in the stadium, but I'm just gonna say this. Its stamina, it's kind of easy to knock off balance, so, but only because of the looks and the metal and the good attack power and the gimmick, I'm gonna give it a 7. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why. All right, so yeah, that was King Helios. Really not much to say about that bay. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our next Beyblade. Who are we gonna pull now? Here we go, and it is going to be First Uranus. Okay, First Uranus comes with Wheel and Mobius, actually, that's kind of the combo that people use nowadays. But the anime combo is First Uranus, Mobius 2D, without the barrier, minus the barrier. So basically, Awaken 2D. This bay is. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give this bay a 1 because this bay was barely even in the anime. It doesn't even have a special move or anything. I'm sorry. There's really not much to say about this bay. There's really not much to talk about this bay. I'm just gonna give it a 1 because this bay is barely even in the anime. There's barely any info on it. So yeah, let's just go on to the next one. So let's go ahead and go on to next Beyblade. Who is this gonna be? We already pulled Lucifer in the first pick, so we're gonna go ahead and spin again. And it's going to be, come on, somebody good. Jet Wyvern. Okay, now Jet Wyvern. I actually went over a video. I actually made a video about this not too long ago. Why you shouldn't get Jet Wyvern. Why Takara Tomy made a mistake to make Jet Wyvern. Why they messed up Jet Wyvern. Trey got the bay, so he didn't listen. But that's him. Hey, apparently his Jet Wyvern bursted World Spriggan, which I have no idea how that happened. I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna blame the fact that Trey's World Spriggan is just worn down because he's had it for so long. So, yeah, that's my only excuse. But Jet Wyvern. I don't really know what to say. I can name out the parts. The parts is Jet Wyvern, Around, and Just, and then 1D. I think 1D, yeah. There's really not much to say except that its stamina is kind of horrible. Its gimmick is where it has like a little free spinning like plate around it. So like whenever left spins hit it, I think it free spins, and then whenever right spin's hit, it just like jerks, like it just stays like it is, like it doesn't spin at all. I think that's how it is, or it's the other way around. I don't really know the gimmick of Jet Wyvern. I'm gonna have to ask Tracer Place YT about that. Yeah. Around basically just has, you know, the little free spinning balls. On it, there's really not much to say about that bay either, or about that disc either. It's a disc. That disc, of course, released on Flared Dragon as a part of the GT lineup. So yeah. Also, and Just, you know, I don't really know what to say about Just. It's has a free spinning plate around it and a little ball needle tip. You know, that thing gets off balance so easily. I don't know why. I don't know what TT was thinking. So I'm just gonna give it a 4. You know, 4's not bad. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's not as bad. It's not like first Uranus bad. I mean, heck, first Uranus got a 1. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and go on to the next one. Here we go. Next one will be. Okay, we pulled a Hollow Death Scyther. Alright, now this thing has 4A, or no, hold on. Hollow Death Scyther 12 acts. I want to say High Excel, I think. And then there's 4A, I believe that. I think those are the parts. Okay, let me just say that this thing is the new Salamander, okay? This thing bounces around so much. Normally Doomsizer isn't really off balance. The design is okay. Maybe it needs a little bit more work, maybe. I really don't know what to say about it. It's kind of trash. Its stamina sucks. It bounces around a lot. I mean, this man is literally the new Salamander, like literally. This bay is literally the Salamander of sparking. Oh my goodness. Like, if Salamander was to have a sparking evolution, and Hollow Death Scyther would be would fit in perfectly, in that description. So, yeah. I really don't know what to say. That an axe is the, I think I forgot to mention that axe was the frame, when I named out the parts earlier. So, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, I probably might, maybe a 3.5, because its stamina sucks and it just goes off balance way too easily. Like, not even Excalibur goes off balance that easily, and that's saying something. Alright, we are going on to our next Beyblade. Who are we going to pull now? And here we go. Brave Valkyrie. Okay, Bryce, you're in luck. Okay, so Brave Valkyrie comes with Evolution Dash and 2A. Okay, let me go ahead and get this straight. This thing is a beast in the stadium. There's a reason they call Valkyrie the ultimate attack type, okay? Yeah, okay. This thing is pretty cool. I mean, regarding the new DB Valkyrie coming out soon for Dynamite Battle, this thing is probably the best Valkyrie, okay? Probably, I think Bryce would agree. Bryce would definitely agree. I mean, this thing has 2 modes and a tip that just, like a hybrid, like, type tip. I'm not talking about the hybrid driver when I say hybrid, but like a hybrid type tip, because, like, it'll act like a stamina type when it's, like, kind of, like, when you, like, first get it out the box, and, like, the driver's, like, not even awakened at all, and kind of acts as a stamina type. Yeah, but then as soon as it's, like, fully awakened, it just goes berserk around. That Valkyrie goes ballistic, okay? So, I mean, I'll give it a 9, because the only thing about stopping it from getting a 10 is the stamina on that thing. I mean, but it is an attack type, so I guess I'll give it a 10.5. So, yeah, 10.5. I'll give it a 10.5. It's only fair, because, I mean, it's not Valkyrie's fault that he's an attack type, okay? So, yeah. Brave Valkyrie, 10.5. Alright, next up. Not fully 10, though, okay? So, who are we gonna get now? Please, I want World Spriggan to be in this, but we got Infinite Achilles. Nice. Okay, Infinite Achilles. Another bay I wanted to, talk about in this thing. You know, Iger and Vault are very close. And regarding that Infinite Achilles, its parts is Dimension Dash, and 2B. No wait, 1B. Sorry, 1B. 2B is World Springs chassis. So yeah, I'll probably give it a 9. I'll probably give it a full-on blown out 9 because what was it? Why did I give it a 9 again? Because it isn't as good as Valkyrie is, but it's pretty close. Although it can sometimes get off balance a little bit, but the main gimmick is that, except for the driver, because it's Dimension Dash, you know, it has that shield, infinite shield, and infinite sword. The only thing that's really lacking it from getting a full on 10, probably its endurance, based on what type of mode it's in. So, or it's full on endurance in general. So I'll give it a 9 for Infinite Achilles. All right, moving on. That was my dog. Sorry. Next up we have World Spriggan. Curse Satan. We already got him. All right, let's spin again. Here we go. Who are we gonna get? Glide Ragnarok. Okay, Glide Ragnarok. This is a hard one. Okay. There's really not much to say about this one, except I'll probably maybe give it maybe a 8.5. Its burst resistance ain't bad, actually. I mean, it's bad, but it ain't like bad. Like, it's not the worst Sparking Bay. Maybe the worst Sparking Bay would probably either between Variant Lucifer or Hyperion Burn, one of those. So yeah, yeah. So I'll give it an 8. I mean, its stamina is off the charts. Like, not even Mirage Fafnir could stand up to this thing. Like, I think this thing has the most stamina out of all of the Sparking Bays. Now Cyclone Ragnarok, on the other hand, for DB, you know, it doesn't really have that good stamina. Like, it would have been cool if they maybe put like Revolve on it again. Like, they would have run back Revolve, or no, maybe they would have bring back Flugel on it, or Wedge, one of those. So yeah, I think maybe Never, which is its driver, wasn't really a good thing. I mean, I don't know. By the way, its parts is Glide Ragnarok, Wheel, Revolve, 1S, forgot to name the parts. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 or an 8, one of those, because of its stamina and its burst resistance. And its gimmick is when little wing blades come out. Every Ragnarok has it, except for Raging Ragnarok and the single layer one. So yeah, Glide Ragnarok 8.5. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. We'll do one more spin after this. This is going to go to Rage Longinus. Okay, Rage Longinus, another bay I've been wanting to put on the list. Rage Longinus. This one's hard too. I'll probably give it I think it's up there with like the likes of Brave, so I'll give it a 10.5 as well. The Discord chat keeps blowing my phone up, but Rage Longinus, it doesn't really have a gimmick. It's pretty much its only gimmick is that upper attack, that upper attack ability from Rage. I mean, its parts is Destroy Dash and 3A, so you can't complain too much. And its burst resistance is pretty OP. Not gonna lie. So yeah. Yeah, Rage Longinus. There's really not much to say about this thing. This thing is a beast in the stadium. So yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and this thing has a 10.5, just like Brave, up there with Brave. Okay, final spin. Who's gonna have the last one? Last one. Death Diablos. Okay, Death Diablos. Alright. You know, there's really not much to say about that. I honestly don't know the chassis it has, nor the... I think the chassis is maybe 1B. I think it's the chassis. Or no, I don't know what chassis it has. But I know it... I don't know the disc either. All I know is that it has Merge, and then it has like Turn, which is the disc that released on Dead Hades back in Show Z. You know, and this thing isn't really that good either. I'll probably put it up there. Maybe I'll give it a 3. So, yeah, I'll just give it a 3. There's really not much to say about this bay. Alright, you know what? I really want World Spriggan and Tempest Dragon to make the pick, to make the draft. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a couple more spins, alright? So let's just go ahead and see. I really want either Tempest Dragon or World Spriggan in this video. One of them, please. Helios Volcano. Yeah, it has a bound gimmick. This thing is maybe a 6. 6. I'll give it a 6 because its stamina's not really that good, and also it has that bound gimmick. So I'll give it a 6. All right. Come on. I'm so desperate for Tempest or one of them. Either World or Tempest to make the. I mean, come on. Variant Lucifer. I'll give that a 1 too. I'll give that a 1 because like its stamina is kind of trash and its gimmick is. It has like that little barrier, and the barrier kind of sucks though. The barrier completely destroys the whole bay. I'm sorry, but its parts is Mobius in 2D with the barrier. So, yeah, I'm still trying. I want World or Tempest to make the list. We're gonna keep going until one of them make the list. World Spriggan. Okay, World Spriggan. We got World Spriggan. I really wanted Tempest Dragon to be in it too, but we got World Spriggan. All right. World Spriggan. Oh man. Okay. This one. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I'm gonna give it a 9. The only thing that's lacking, the only thing that World is lacking is its stamina, but it's you know, this thing is pretty good. I mean, that gimmick, its parts is Unite Dash and 2B, but that gimmick where it has the, like, you flip over the disc, and it makes it go right and left, or you flip the chassis and it makes it go attack mode, defense mode, free spin, stay. You know, this thing is pretty OP, I'm not gonna lie. And you don't even have to change the mode on the driver. All you have to do, all I have to do to make some attack power is for that rubber on the outside of Unite to hit that stadium. That thing goes zooming, okay? But as long as it has that little red point staying in the middle, that's its defense. But as soon as that rubber hits that stadium, that thing is going whoosh, okay? So, yeah, World Spriggan, 9.5, or just plain out 9. So, yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. We didn't get all the bays. We didn't get Mirage Fafnir. We didn't get Tempest. We didn't get Hyperion Burn. We didn't get Super Hyperion. We didn't get. I think that's all of them. So, yeah. We only missed a couple of them. So yeah, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Subscribe today to join the Hope Nation, guys. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. I will also be doing the same thing when I review the new Dynamite bays that come out. When all of them come out, like when the series is fully over, I review the Dynamite battle bays. Okay. So, yeah, guys, just stay tuned for that whenever Dynamite the battle is pretty much over, which is probably going to be in a year or two. Probably a year. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Subscribe to join the Hope Nation, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.